Today is summer in my heart. There are melodies in this soul. The sun is shining as joy dances through the trees. I am learning like a flower to stand tall, budded and blossomed, clothed in radiant light, rooted in the vine, being nectar and honey to those who need it. But first, let me tell you of my story of resistance, of crippling pain, gripping sadness, of how I rode the winds refusing to break, to bend as this joy seemed so fleeting. I have been the girl who wears affliction so well. All it takes is a beautiful fake smile to hide an injured soul. I'm fine, too short of a word to really tell how you're feeling. Tell me, where do you go when you have no place to call home? When sorrow has wrapped itself around you, when fear has gripped your bones, when sin clutches so near yet all you desire is freedom, when you are numb, stumbling through days and waiting to be found and God feels so distant. Tell me, where do you go when there is no safe space to be heard, to be seen, known and understood, being a burden, begging and borrowing? When your dreams like stars in the sky suddenly turn dark, when you feel like God's afterthought, God's suffering servant, God's adopted child, how do you find joy when sadness and grief is all you can see inside your world and outside the world? Breaking from what's broken, from what's bleeding and unjust to what is truth and what needs support, it gets heavy. This is not a sad piece, this is a melody of living between two poles, joy and sorrow coloring my days. This is Jesus, so human, beaten, weeping, crushed, stricken with grief, sorrowful unto death, but still holding unto joy. Jesus, our beloved friend, He listens, He knows, He sees. Praise the name that knows no distance, the welcoming constant. Sing my heart's infidelity and let it beat still. When the sin that promised joy brought me to the grave, He bore the wrath reserved for me, so praise. He says, come, come all, weary, broken, needing rest. So today we breathe away from what holds onto our lungs so tightly. And we give thanks you did not become the worst thing that happened to you. You are here. You are a miracle. Today is joy, y'all. It is the flowers. It is sunshine and music. It is the soles of our feet dancing. It is getting lost in a good book. It is the sound of rain and the smell of coffee. It is ice cream and chocolates and chapatis. It is the touch of a newborn baby. It is the long, warm hug of a friend. Joy is still keeping the stars in our eyes that one day our dreams will find wings. And so, joy is 2 a.m. night talks with my sister. The realization, home is not a place but 2 eyes and a face. Joy is my dad's off-tune melody song he just made up. It is the laying hands of my mom at 3 a.m. in the morning, sending mails to heaven. Joy is seeing my brother's laughing mouth, smile, and making jokes because I see the weight on his shoulders laid by this society as a man. And joy is mornings wrapped up in new mercies. It is air gifted with grace, keeping me steady. It is being clothed in radiant love. This kind of love that righteously threatens to completely and regularly transform me. It is knowing, Job saying, my joy is not in the blessings but the blesser, His presence and not His presence. And though He slay me, yet will I trust Him. Joy is costly. It is the denial of flesh and pursuit of things eternal. Joy is anticipation of future redemption. One day when this eyes goes blind, I shall regain sight in another life. When this last breath is drawn, I shall breathe eternal joy. And today I am of holy joy.